Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new video. Today's news is going to be about an ICBM missile that China flew over Guam and other Pacific territories that the US owns. And this has brought shockwaves, absolute shockwaves to the neocons, to the American military, and even the administrations are absolutely in shock. And the people are in shock as well. And they have been posting clips all over Twitter. And this is one of them. Have a look.
Holy shit. Holy shit. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is going on? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Cool. So you see, guys, don't know if you've seen that clip, but there's obviously an American guy saw that missile flying over Guam, and he's saying, oh my god, what the F is that, blah blah blah. And I'm telling you, the American military are absolutely, livid. So this missile is I think it's the DF-31, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it doesn't say in this article, but I think it's a DF-31F or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, so it's a DF-41 actually. I thought it was a DF-31. So DF-31. Yeah, it was actually the DF-31AG missile. So that's the missile that actually was flown, and it can go over 12,000 kilometers. And China flying it over Guam wanted to show a message to the US that Guam and other places in the Pacific are not safe anymore. So China doesn't need to bring an aircraft carrier all the way near Guam or subs all the way near Guam. They can just fire missiles directly from China mainland and into Guam basically, and even parts of the US this missile can reach as well. It can reach the west coast of America. Places like California are not safe anymore. So if China mass produces these missiles, right, say it produces 10,000 of these missiles in the next 5 years, China doesn't even need, and you could even put nuclear weapons in these missiles, but it doesn't even need nuclear missiles. They can just fire conventional missiles all the way to the west coast of America. And this is a major threat to the Americans, and I don't think they expected this, to be honest. I mean, they always thought that they can antagonize China from a distance, and they will protect Taiwan at all costs, and if there's a war over Taiwan, they'll get the Japanese, they'll get the Australians, they'll get the Filipinos, and maybe even get the Indians involved and get them to fight their proxy war against China while they're safe in the little island in the Pacific, and well, not little, but it's quite big, the American continent. While they think they're safe there, while they push all these proxy wars in other parts of the world, but they're not going to be safe anymore. If they start a war over Taiwan, they can guarantee there's going to be missiles coming in. If the Americans get involved in Taiwan, there'll be missiles hitting American cities, no question. And if there's a nuclear exchange, if America thinks that they can suddenly bomb China with a nuclear missile, they know that there's going to be nuclear missiles coming their way. And China's not just going to use these missiles, by the way, to attack America. China has got other means to fire these nuclear missiles. They got submarines that can fire nuclear missiles at the United States, and there's a lot of new subs coming out from China. I might do a video on this actually, but there's a lots of new submarines coming out of China with the brand new technologies, which are very, very quiet, very hard to detect. And if they're in the Pacific Sea, they could be anywhere, and they could fire missiles at the US. And also China's releasing new airplanes as well, and there's going to be one airplane in particular called the H-20, and H-20 is going to be like the B-21 bombers that America has, and that's going to be another way to deliver nuclear missiles to another country. So China is catching up, or if it's not catching up, it's already caught up in terms of military, and it's not going to be an easy war to fight over Taiwan anymore for the Americans. They're going to have to think twice and think very hard before they get involved. Even if they send aircraft carriers, they are not going to be safe. They're going to be pretty much sunk. And so I just wanted to kind of talk about that story. But there's another story as well. The stock exchange had a major bounce. All the Chinese stocks suddenly started going up by about 30% and stuff like that. So the Chinese government has basically put a stimulus in the economy, also to help the housing sector as well. And do you remember the time when Evergrande was basically people in the West were saying Evergrande is being destroyed as a company, and they're going to bring down China with it. Well, has it brought down China with it? No. Again, these Western news outlets have been completely wrong. The Western, governments around the world, the US and Britain and Europeans, have been asking for this stimulant in the Chinese economy for years. They've been really pushing for it, but China's been waiting for the right time. They've been biding their time basically. And if you notice, they released this stimulant just after the Americans reduced the rate. So as soon as they reduced the rate by 50 basis points, this was the best time for China to start putting stimulants into their economy, because for various reasons. First of all, reducing by 50 basis points will also stimulate the American economy as well. This means that they can do lots of money printing and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot more money in circulation in the American economy, and China thought it's a good time to do the same in the Chinese economy as well, to kind of compete. So lots of stocks were going up. Lots of Chinese ETFs were going up, and lots of Chinese stocks and EV stocks as well were going up. So it's a good time for Chinese EV stocks, and it's also good for the Chinese property market as well. And you got to remember, there was once upon a time when the Chinese economy was just mainly based on the property prices. Their GDP growth was mainly down to very good property, growth as well. So lots of millionaires were becoming very rich from property prices and stuff. But recently, I would say over the last 8 years or so, Chinese economy has developed. So it's no longer based on GDP growth, it's no longer based on property prices anymore. It's now based on actual manufacturing and, actual stuff that's happening in the economy, EV cars, solar panels, and all these other exports they're sending around the world. So they're making money the right way, not by property growth. So it's come a time where China feels it's right to kind of put some stimulus into the economy. And if the property prices start rising again, you can imagine the GDP growth will probably double if the property prices go back to how they were before. But I don't think that's China's plan. China does not want. I think China does not want property prices to go out of control again. They want property to be able to to be affordable for people to be able to live in them, not use them as speculation to raise prices. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say for now. But yeah, where are all the China haters are saying economy is gonna crash? Remember last year when all these YouTubers came on and saying Chinese economy is gonna crash in 10 days, in 7 days, in 3 days, in 2 weeks. Where are they now? I mean, they've been saying China's economy is gonna crash for 20 years now and still hasn't happened. But yeah, China does things its own way. They do it at the right time, and yeah, it's all good. Anyway, if you guys got any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.